Hello and welcome to episode 50 of the Pos-cast with Rabbi Shmuel Posner, myself, Seth Hellman. Rabbi, how are we doing today?
Baruch Hashem, we're good. It's raining. The weather's getting so nasty. See, this is what people say. Like, oh, it was such an easy winter. They said that like in January, February. All of a sudden, March says, oh, Hashem said, yo, really? I'll give you a shtickle winter. Here we go. It's like cold, it's raining, it's windy. And then the Meshugayim who want to go skiing are so excited because up further north in Vermont, they're getting loads of snow. Whatever. It is what it is. But 50 is Yovel, it's a Jubilee. And in Torah, it's called Olam, like forever. So once we get this with this episode number 50 going, this will bring us into the realm of eternity, the eternal Pos-cast. So welcome to number 50.
Do you think that's what happens when Mashiach comes? We're just sitting here on a constant stream of the Pos-cast.
The Pos-cast, yeah. So I have a bunch of Rebbe stuff to discuss, which I know you love. So in the Rambam, which we started learning the new cycle of Rambam, everybody should get onto Rambam. If you don't do the 3 chapters, do the mitzvah of the day, do something. Got to do Rambam. Go to Chabad.org, put in the Rambam, and it'll pop up with all the options for, I don't know, send a text or an email or whatever they'll do to keep you connected. So at the beginning of the Rambam, he talks about a person's behavior. This person has to always, has to have Hashem in everything that they do. So the Rebbe talked about this and says, why is it so important to know Hashem in all your ways? To know Hashem, you daven, you do mitzvahs, everything that you do. And the Rebbe says this is a simple idea. It's not deep philosophy. That and one of the points he says, like, when you go into what balabasta is? Balabasta is like Bal Habayit is the proper way of saying it, but when you in Yiddish you start balabas. Balabasta is the feminine, like the woman of the house. So a good balabasta, a good woman who's running the house, has everything in order. Everything that needs to be there is there. But then there's one more thing. There's nothing there that doesn't have to be there. So we think, you have everything you need. But there's no extra stuff lying around. Like, you go into some people's homes, and like, there's everything there, but there's nothing extra. Nothing's lying around. There's no like, hey, what is that doing? No such thing. Everything has its place. And that's a simple thing anybody can understand. So in Hashem's world, everything is needed is there, and there's nothing extra. So in all your ways, you should know Hashem, because if there's some interaction you're having with the world, and it's like, I don't know, it's just whatever, that's no good. So that idea of knowing Hashem in all your ways, which leads us to the pre-Pos-cast discussion that we had, to all our listeners and viewers to know that we don't just get on and start hacking. First we hack off here, then we get on here. So when that stuff that we talk about, you're not going to know, because it's not your business. It's just, talking. So the thing, so you brought up, I hope you don't mind me saying this, because I noticed you were rubbing your eyes. I said, why are you tired? And you said like this, I was walking a lot today, and I really don't have much to do at work. And not working makes you more tired than working. Now, it makes a lot of sense. Why? Because when somebody does something they want to do, like, nobody gets tired of counting their $100 bills. I mean, I don't know how many people have them. You get tired of them. You enjoy it. So when you do something, when it invigorates you. So a person wants to be active, wants to be productive. So at the end of the day, I had a great day. I accomplished this, accomplished that, another thing. So it gives you energy, and it energizes you. When a person's not doing what they're supposed, not doing anything, then they lose it. They lose energy. They just get drains it out of them. There's nothing there. There's a story with one of the Rabbeim, I forget whom, where they said the idea of doing a mitzvah that has value to it, that knowing that it makes a difference. So they had a worker working in the field cutting wheat. So he called him in and said, you know what, instead of being outside, it's It's hot. Weather conditions. You'll do that inside here in a room. You'll make believe you're cutting wheat, which is like, climate controlled room. You don't have to. It's not as tedious. The guy said, no. After a day, said, I don't want to do this. I want to go back to the field. That's why. He said, because I'm not accomplishing anything. I'm just waving my hand up and back, which is the same amount of energy or less than you're doing in the field, but I don't see any accomplishment from it. There's no value to it. So that's what the Rebbe is saying, is that in all your ways, know Hashem, everything that's in the world is there for a purpose. And you have to find a purpose in it. And not just things, but places and time. Time. Because when a person wastes time, what's the word they use? The verb. What do they do? Murder. That's not good. You can't kill time. So time also is very valuable. So that's a powerful thing. I was just listening to Rebbe talk about this, and I said, this fits in exactly. Know Hashem in all your ways. Everything that you have, everything that we come in contact with is in some way is a way to connect to Hashem, make it holy and godly. The other thing was, these were two things, and I know this topic sometimes triggers you in a good way, because I like to trigger people in a good way. Not they should have, angst and anxiety and stress, but they should be motivated to move out of their little space. So both of these stories are somewhat similar. So one is this rabbi's talking to the Rebbe, and there's this kid standing next to him. The kid looks like he's anywhere between, 12 and 14. And he's saying to the Rebbe, I had this student here. He came from Russia, and we have a Jewish school, but he wants to go to a regular school, not a Jewish school, because he wants to learn English. So what should I tell him? The kid's standing there. He doesn't understand because the rabbi's talking Yiddish. So the Rebbe said he should learn at least 2 years in the yeshiva, and then he can go after that, because you can learn English anytime. But, it's never too late to learn English, but you don't want to lose this opportunity of learning in yeshiva. That's one thing the Rebbe told him. Now, that was one guy. Now, a separate story, a completely separate guy. This guy was a little bit older, probably in his late teens or early 20s. And he says to the Rebbe, tell me, what should I do? Should I learn Torah? Or should I go into business? Or should I do both? So the Rebbe answered him like this. The Rebbe said, you should learn Torah at least 1 year. And then with the additional wisdom that you get, you'll be able to decide what to do next. So I thought it was amazing. Like, the Rebbe said, the Rebbe should say, like, what are you, dumb? Learn Torah, go to work? Of course, go to yeshiva. But the Rebbe didn't say that to him. He said, you should go to yeshiva for at least 1 year, and then with the additional wisdom you'll gain, you'll be able to decide what to do next. What to do afterward. I think it's pretty profound. It's profound because people always think that the Rebbe just gives people an answer, like, do this, do that. But really, if you look at a lot of the answers, the Rebbe is giving them guidance. First of all, it's a logical thing. It's logical. But more important than being logical, it's like empowering the people. Like, you make the decision. Like, he didn't tell the rabbi, he should go to yeshiva and forget about English. Who cares about English? He said, no. It's not too late. He could learn English. So he validated his desire to learn English. The same with the second guy. He said to him, he mamish empowered the guy. He said to him, go to yeshiva for a year, and then you will have the extra knowledge to be able to decide. Because who knows? Sometimes people go to yeshiva for a year, and that's all they can tolerate. Or they go to yeshiva and they fall in love and stay for another 5 years. So that's what everyone wasn't going to. It's a good thing. Everyone wasn't going to tell the guy, go to yeshiva and forget about business. Hashem will help. No, you'll decide. And what the Rebbe wanted him to do is to make the right decision. If it's meant to be in yeshiva, stay in yeshiva. Meant to go to business, go to business. Yeah. Here's another. Oh, this one I heard. They have this little WhatsApp thing. I think it's for shluchim, and they have different shluchim, older shluchim, who are telling over certain advice or guidance they got from the Rebbe. So it's like a 3-minute, 5-minute audio thing. I don't know if these guys do it specifically for this program, or it's cut out from speeches they gave other times. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Technicalities. So this guy's from France, Toulouse, France. And he tells a story like this, that there was this man who was dating a woman who wasn't Jewish. And I believe the story was that his parents came to the Rebbe and asked, like, what should we do? And the Rebbe answered 2 words. The guy said it in French, but it sounds a lot like English. You should look into an Orthodox conversion. Conversio, something, Orthodoxo, whatever. French.
Don't look at me. I took French for a year.
Year.
1 year.
French for. Anyway, so the Rebbe said, look into an Orthodox conversion, which that alone is very surprising. Because sometimes when a person has the father is Jewish, not the mother, so it's not halach not Jewish, they would encourage that they should do a conversion. But here, this guy's dating a woman who isn't Jewish, right? And the Rebbe says Orthodox conversion. Who said she's interested? Who knows? Anyway, so he went back and started the process. In the meantime, the guy ended up moving to a different city, and they broke up. They weren't. She did finish the conversion, and married a Lubavitcher, and as a kind of a whole family of Lubavitch kids in Yeshiva, all that thing. Crazy, huh? Now I'm going to tell this story tomorrow because I learned with Henry. Henry is an NEC graduate, the Conservatory. So last week, for some reason, I don't even know why, we were talking about conversion, how conversion has to be according to halacha, this and that. Then I said to him, the whole idea when a non-Jew converts, always they have a new neshama. Like, how does that happen? If you're born with a godly soul, you're with a special godly soul, like the Alter talks about in the 2nd chapter of Tanya, you're Jewish. How does it happen when you convert? So the Rebbe would always quote the Gemara that says, "Gesh and his guy kekatan shnei dame." A convert who converts is like a child who's born. Meaning to say that your whole life starts anew. That's why even according to halacha, all the relatives you had previously are no longer related to you. So technically, you would not, according to halacha, you would not have to be honoring your father and your mother. But since honoring your father and mother is something that even the nations do, it's like this. When the guy wasn't Jewish, he honored his father and his mother. When he became Jewish, all of a sudden he went from a higher level of obligation to a lower level. Now he doesn't have to honor his father and mother anymore. So anyway, but the point is that the relations that you have, or the same thing also, you could actually marry your sister. If two non-Jewish siblings convert, that's the same thing also. The non-Jews are not allowed to marry their sister, brother, sister. So now you become Jewish, your life became easier, less restriction, from a higher level of holiness, from a lower level of holiness from a higher level of holiness to a lower level. That's where you go. Becoming Jewish makes things, what's forbidden becomes permitted now. So anyway, we were talking, how does the soul come? So that's why it says, Gersh and his guy, a convert who converts, it's like a child who's born. But now that's the halachic part of it. Now look at the words. A convert, it says Gersh and his guy, not Goyish and his guy. It doesn't say a Gentile converts. It says a convert who converts. What does it mean, a convert who converts? So it's telling you, what it's saying is that when somebody converts, they're a convert. Like, even before they even think of converting to Judaism, they are inherently a convert. So somehow, however these things work is not the point right now, but they have a Jewish soul in them. So when they're converting, it's not a guy that's converting, it's a convert that's converting. So I was thinking about that so we were talking about that last week. That's it. Then when I heard what the Rebbe told this shliach that he should have this woman undergo and study and have a Orthodox conversion, I said, oh, the Rebbe knew. It's not like, oh, is that like a standard from now on? Whenever a guy's dating a woman who's not Jewish, we should encourage her to do an Orthodox conversion? The answer is no, of course that wasn't the Rebbe's point. But in this case, I don't know how the Rebbe knows these things. He's the Rebbe. But he knew that this woman had a soul that was of a Jew, and she needed to convert. And even though this guy got out of the picture, he disappeared. Once she converted, they were no longer an item. So she married somebody else completely and had a wonderful, beautiful Jewish family. So I'm saying that idea of a convert has a soul of a convert before they convert. The Rebbe was able to see that. Pretty cool, huh? It's the Rebbe. So the other thing that we got to talk about today is tomorrow is the 25th day of Adar Sheni, and the Rebbetzin Chayim Mushka, the Rebbe's wife, her birthday is the 25th day of Adar, and what did the Rebbe institute after she passed away in 1988? The birthday campaign. Celebrate your Jewish birthday. And with a whole bunch of instructions what to do. Make a shechianu on a new fruit if you can. Have a farbrengen with friends. Many times when people walk by the Rebbe for dollars after Rebbe announces, so the kid will say to Rebbe, it's my birthday. My birthday is coming up, whatever. The Rebbe says, you should make a party. Make a birthday party. Like when you tell a kid, make a farbrengen, make a birthday party.
No,
Very
I think we should
beautiful.
encourage the kids to Farbrengen. It goes really well with our Purim discussion that we had.
They're going to tell them, make parties. And of course, because as Simon Jacobson writes in his book, For a Meaningful Life, he has a quote there. Being born means that you matter. He probably had a better little wording, but that was the point. Being born means that you matter. So every year you say, Hashem Pomein, and Connie has a story about, she has a beautiful way she tells it, that Hashem was, under his throne, he has a big chest full of souls, and on this day he picked out this soul, and she dramatized it as she does. It makes it very interesting, captures everybody's attention. But that's the point. On this day, Hashem said, your soul belongs in this world. It's the anniversary of your being born, the anniversary of your mission on earth. So it's a very important day, and it's a time to, do introspection about where have I done like your personal Rosh Hashanah, your personal Yom Kippur. That's what her birthday is. Not just a birthday, oh, we're going to have a party, have a good time. It's a serious thing. So that's what the Rebbe said. Everybody should celebrate their Jewish birthday. If you go to Chabad.org, there's a birthday converter. So if you put in your solar secular birthday, your Jewish birthday will pop out. And you celebrate your birthday, which is also idea of celebrating time and marking it and making sure you do everything important. And we need to talk about Pesach. It's a little bit more than 2 weeks away.
It's coming. It's close. I'm ready.
It's getting close. So I start cleaning, preparing. Rosh Chodesh is next week, Tuesday. This Shabbos read an added portion of the Torah, which talks about when Hashem first told Moshe that this month will be for you the first of all the months, and then told about how they should prepare themselves to leave Egypt, take the sheep and guard it for 4 days. On the 10th day of the month, you take the sheep, guard it for 4 days. People should gather together in groups and be ready to do the Korban Pesach, the Pesach sacrifice. So that's the second Torah reading that we do on Shabbos. And that's the last of the 4 special extra readings that we have. So Pesach time is coming. And when we think about the month of Nisan, as Hasidim, we think about the Rebbe's birthday, which is the 11th of Nisan. That's a very important date. And we think about Pesach was the beginning of the redemption of the Jewish people. Right? And so that was the start. Now, the whole point of going out of Egypt was to get the Torah. Once you have the Torah, you can make the world, elevate the world through Torah and mitzvahs. And what's the ultimate goal?
Mashiach.
Right. So when we think about Pesach, we think about the redemption that happened at times of coming out of Egypt, and we look forward for the future redemption through Mashiach. May it happen way before Pesach, so we could all eat together Karm Pesach in Yerushalayim.
Amen. This year in Yerushalayim, so next year in Yerushalayim.
Right. So this year we'll have to adapt. We'll have to change the Haggadah and take out next year because we'll be there already.
What do you say at the end of the Seder then?
We are in Yerushalayim. Shana Hazeh Yerushalayim. We'll find some. We don't. All these questions we never have to worry about. Because
it's interesting to think about.
That's also the Gemara says Mashiach can't come on Erev Shabbos, or because the Jews
I
are
thought
so
it couldn't
busy.
come on Yontif either.
Right, all these different times you can't come. But the Rebbe, every single Fabrein would end. We should merit to come Mashiach now. But the Gemara says you can't. Mashiach will come. He's going to answer all the difficult questions you don't know answers to. He'll answer that question too.
And the Rebbe thought that Mashiach would be coming in the next couple, 100-ish years, right? Next, 120 years.
Saying.
No, it was
Mashiach now.
Yeah. Okay, but I've been reading this science book, right? This book, right? It's the Rebbe on science, right? And in the book, it talks about.
It's a Rebbe book, not a science book.
Yes, it's a Rebbe book. Sorry.
Okay.
Well, so the most interesting thing that I learned was that the Rebbe went to science school. I didn't realize that he had formal education like that.
Yeah.
But it talks about how they view every 1,000 years from creation as a day, and so since Mashiach would be tied to Shabbos and wouldn't come on Shabbos, that we're currently in the 1,000 years that he would come.
Right.
And so in theory, he would come before the year 6,000, and we're in 5782, 3, something like that. I don't know anymore.
No, but the point is that we're now so if you go in the 1,000 years, so we're already in the afternoon of Friday,
right? Because
it's 57, so we're already the third quarter of the day. So
fourth quarter. We're in the fourth quarter, Rabbi.
In the fourth quarter, right? In the fourth quarter, 3 quarters have passed. We're in the fourth quarter, and so you can bring in Shabbos early. So even though we don't like bringing Shabbos in early, but in this case, we're ready. We're ready.
Well, that's what we think. We think we're ready, but if we were ready, Mashiach would have come by now.
Right, let him come. We are totally ready. May it be mamish now.
Amen. And with that, this has been a very short episode 50 of the Pos-cast. Rabbi Shmuel Posner, myself, Seth Hellman. We will see you.
Maybe it's short in time, but I think we brought up some very important subjects. And
we did. We absolutely did.
Okay.
We'll see you next week, everyone. And to the students that are in Rabbi's class in 15 minutes, I hope you enjoy.